Charles on the middle, Tylee in the frame, JJ in the hallway, Tammy on a name, Colby with the silence, learning how to stand. A whole house of echoes slipping through his hands. He keeps the lamp low, keeps the door closed tight. 1 foot in the memory, 1 foot in the fight. Can I grieve and remember? Can I carry both? Hold the good times close while the bad still won't let go. Charles, Tylee, JJ, Tammy, I keep you in my chest. If love is a burden, then I will be blessed. He learned how to smile with a break in his voice. Learn to make a future out of wreckage and noise. The woman who gave him breath left him with the rain. So he names every lost one to keep from going numb again. He keeps the photos straight, keeps the stories near, says the names out loud so they never disappear. Can I grieve and remember? Can I carry both? Hold the good times close while the bad still won't let go. Charles, Tylee, JJ, Tammy, I keep you in my chest. If love is a burden, then I will be blessed. And if the road gets cruel, and if the nights go thin, he'll build that legacy with the broken light he's in. Not because it's easy, not because it's fair, because a family lives on when somebody still cares. Can I grieve and remember? Can I carry both? Hold the good times close while the bad still won't let go. Charles, Tylee, JJ, Tammy, I keep you in my chest. If love is a burden, then I will be blessed. Can I grieve and remember? I carry both.
Good morning, everybody. Sorry, I'm having technical difficulties.
Good morning.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you
Okay.
good.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a beautiful song. Good job.
Yeah. Okay, so today we have, if I don't fall asleep again, quite a few witnesses to go through. I just want, a lot of them are really short, so I just want to like blast through
That's fine.
them. But before we do that, a little bit of housekeeping. Good morning, everybody. I am Angie, We are, I don't know what we're doing. It's a Monday in my brain, apparently. So please hit the like, share, and subscribe button, all the YouTube things, as Queen Melanie likes to say.
Angie is at 269 subs, so let's get her up to 300.
Yep. We love Queen Melanie. Oh, programming note. Next Thursday, if we are not done with this trial, we will be watching Aiden's hearing.
Okay.
We will start it late though, and we'll start early because it's a Thursday. So as soon as I get home, we will start.
Okay, that sounds good.
As soon as I get home from dropping off the kids, we will start.
That sounds good.
So that programming note on that. And then because Aiden, the motion to dismiss hearing is next week, so that's important to cover. I don't foresee us still watching this trial if we blast through all of these witnesses. I don't think we will still be watching it. We might be on sentencing by that point.
Okay.
But we'll see. Another programming note, while we're watching the trial, I am working on another song. It is about Auntie Deb. And it's pretty awesome so far. So
I can't wait to hear it.
When we have a dance break.
I noticed, well, you were asking for pictures of Will and Jimmy. You mean separately, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
I'm doing one for Jimmy and one for Will.
Got it.
I'm just working on the Jimmy one right now.
There you go. Okay. That sounds good.
So I should have clarified that, and I will go back and clarify that in Discord.
You're good.
Anyway, speaking of Discord, if you would like to join my Discord, email me at ngm1984yt@gmail.com. Follow me on X, ngm1984yt, Facebook, ngmead, because we are live on Facebook right now. Hello, Facebook people. And we are also live on Maelynn's X as well as Maelynn's channel on YouTube. Donations are never required, but always appreciated. I have Cash App at $ngm1984yt, Venmo at ngm1984, Buy Me a Coffee ngm1984. Another programming note, Maelynn and I will be on Sparkly Rabbit's channel tonight. Very much looking forward to it. And for Talk Shite Night tomorrow, hopefully, fingers crossed, and I will tell you who it is off air, we will have a special guest.
Oh, cool.
Who has never been on the channel before.
Nice.
On my channel. And yeah, so I think that's it for me. So go for it.
All right. I am TC Maelynn. I'm going to throw this up here. I am TC Maelynn. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, Mondays I cover true crime current case. Before Angie and I trial stream, and on Wednesdays I talk about old timey gangster. Next week is Bugsy Seagal. My current case for next week is Dr. and Monique Tepe. And then next Friday, I am go over serial killers, and then going back to Canada for Paul Bernardo and Carla Homolaka. So that's next week, and We're on Sparkling Rabbit tonight at 6. Her program starts at 6. I've dropped the link, so please go give her a like and share and be there tonight. So set your notifications. I do have a Cash App. It's TC Maelynn. Never required. I do this because this is my passion. Yeah, I think that's everything for right now. Oh, and Supbo. If you hear this, I want to tell you my husband is a huge music snob, and he loved your song yesterday. So that's it. You have no idea how big that is. This man hates 90% of the music out there, and he's a musician.
Damn.
So, Okay, I think that's everything for me.
This program is driving me nuts. Anyway, okay, let's get into the witnesses because I also want to make me some breakfast.
I'm blaming you. Actually,
if you're ever wondering what we do when the camera, or what I do when the camera is off, I'm usually
eating.
Yeah, me too.
I'm eating. I'm not even going live. I'm eating.
Okay, hang on. Okay. Anyway, so this first witness is a neighbor of where Brandon was living. So her name is Elizabeth Collins, and I believe her Ring camera caught the gunshot. That is why she's testifying, because she has to authenticate the Ring camera footage. So it did not.
Yeah, or I'm dealing with my dogs when my camera's off. I'm eating or dealing with the dogs. Which as soon as we
Hey, Brad.
As soon as we start the stream, I've got to run outside and check on Princess and see what she's yelling about.
Okay, so and her testimony is only 7 minutes and 26 seconds because she's only authenticating the video. That's all she's doing.
Okay.
So, like I said, super quick. There's like a bunch of super quick witnesses, so I just want to plow through them.
I'm down.
Okay, here we go. First one's up.
All right, you can be seated. The jury is present. Members of the jury, in your preliminary instructions, I said normally there's a direct examination followed by a cross-examination by the opposing side and then a redirect examination. Sometimes we need to do things a little bit out of order. So the defendant's cross-examination of that witness is going to take place at a later time. We're going to take a witness a little bit out of order. Please don't speculate as to why that's happening. The state can call us next witness.
Thank you. The state calls Elizabeth Collins.
Hello. Please state and spell your first and last name. Take your right hand. Did you sound good? That's what you're about to get.
All right, you're going to have a seat here to my left.
Please introduce yourself to the jury.
My name is Elizabeth Collins.
And do you live here in Arizona?
I do live here in Arizona.
Back in 2019, did you own any rental properties?
I did.
And did you own a rental property at 3875 East Phelps Street in Gilbert, Arizona?
Yes.
Is that here in Maricopa County?
Yes, it is.
When did you purchase that house?
I purchased that house in October of 2018.
And how long had you been renting that house?
I've been renting it since I purchased it.
Was this a long-term rental or one of those short-term Airbnb type of things?
Long-term rental.
Did you have a minimum lease length?
Our minimum lease length for the initial lease is 1 year.
So you'd had at least one person in there since you had purchased the home?
Correct.
Prior to October 2nd of 2019, had you ever had any issues at that house?
Never.
Any prior disturbances in that neighborhood?
None, and none that I was aware of.
Okay, take that back. She was Brandon's landlord.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
No shootings at the home?
No shootings at the home.
No police going out there to your knowledge?
None to my knowledge.
Was this pretty much a normal quiet rental property?
Yes.
Did you ever rent 3875 East Phelps Street house in Gilbert to Brandon Boudreaux?
I did.
Did you go through a company to advertise the lease?
We did. We used a realtor that was a friend of ours to help us advertise the property for lease and to do the legal documentation.
Okay. I'm going to put up what, oops, can I have Valma? Thank you. Has previously been admitted as Exhibit 9. Do you recognize this street?
Yes, I do.
I'm going to zoom in a little here. Do you recognize this house over here and this sign?
Yes. So the rental property is on the right-hand side of that photograph.
So basically the house right here.
Yes.
Then you indicated that you used a company to do your lease agreement.
Yes, I did.
I've shown the defendant Exhibit 119, if I may have my paralegal approach. Do you recognize Exhibit 119?
Yes, this is the lease agreement.
And then that's the one that you made with Brandon Boudreaux?
Yes, it is.
The state will move to admit Exhibit 119.
Any objection?
No objection.
119 is admissible.
So in Exhibit 119, we see that you were the landlord, one of the two, I guess, landlords.
Yes,
And then you rented this to Brandon Boudreaux.
correct.
Did he have other individuals listed on the lease agreement to also be present at the property?
Just the names of his children.
Okay, so his 4 children were listed on there.
Yes.
What was the date for the lease to begin?
Oh, I believe it was September 23rd, 2019. We signed it on the 13th, which is what threw me off, but
Perfect. So the lease agreement started September 23rd and was going to be until September 30th of the next year.
correct.
And then you indicated that this was signed on the 13th of September.
That's my recollection.
Let me go to the last page of Exhibit 119. So does that show the different signatures, at least yours at that time? I think,
Correct. Mine and my husband's.
and then we see Brandon's signature as well for the 13th.
Correct.
Now, when you leased this property to Brandon Boudreaux, did you include, or was there ever any inclusion of a person by the name of Maelynn Boudreaux on that lease?
No, there was not.
Did you ever have the name of anyone by the name of Lori Daybell on that lease?
No,
How about Alexander Cox?
no,
As someone who leases properties, rental properties, do you put your lease agreements out in any type of public website or social media?
no, never.
So you wouldn't have put it out there that Brandon Boudreaux was now living at 3875 East Phelps Street?
No, that would be unprofessional.
So prior to October 2nd of 2019, once you signed that contract, that was just your information and his information.
That was my understanding, yes.
And you never told anyone about who was moving into your house?
Besides my realtor, no.
Perfect. Thank you. I have no other questions for this witness.
Any direct?
No questions, Your Honor.
All right. Any questions for this witness from any member of the jury? I don't see any. You can step down. Thank
Okay. Like I said, these are just like super fast. Okay, and this one was his neighbor, this next one. Can you hear me? Okay, yeah. You're muted. If you're
I can hear you.
Okay. So, side note, hi Dusty.
Oh, hey, Dusty.
I have found that I don't know if you've seen my videos lately, but they all have this like old-timey film, like all my song videos. They all have this like old-timey film like filter to them. I really like it. I want to like keep doing it.
Hey, it's your creation, so you should do what you want with it.
Right. Okay. So,
Hi,
like
brother.
I said,
Thank
hey
you for
Terry. Like I said, super short. But I believe it was his ring camera. I know there's a ring camera that caught the gunshot. So, not visibly, but audibly.
Gotcha.
Okay, so here we go.
If you can roll up close to the microphone, thank you. Would you please introduce yourself to the jury?
Robert Abitamarco.
Can you tell us, do you still live in Arizona?
Yes.
Back on October 2nd of 2019, where did you live?
3870 East Phelps, Gilbert.
Did you rent or own that house?
Rent.
How long had you lived there?
A little over 2 years.
Okay. Can you describe for us that neighborhood? What was it like?
It was a quiet residential neighborhood. It was a very quiet street. It was not a through street. A mixture of families living there.
Okay. Had you ever had any problems or issues on that street?
No.
Okay. And you said that it wasn't a through street. For that whole neighborhood, I guess let me ask it. Sometimes there are neighborhoods that have that are kind of cut throughs to go to other main streets. What was your neighborhood like in that way? Was there a lot of traffic of people trying to cut through to get to other thoroughfares?
No, it was a series of residential side streets winding and into inside the residential community.
I'm going to put up Exhibit 3 here. Pull it out a little. So this sort of show that neighborhood with this being Phelps Street where you lived.
Yes.
So when you're talking about this neighborhood, there's no easy way to get from Pecos to Fry Road, right?
Correct.
Since you lived in this neighborhood for a couple of years, did you see some of the same vehicles parked on your street all the time?
Yes.
And so you sort of knew which ones would belong to your neighbors?
Generally, yes.
Okay. I'm going to put Exhibit 1 up here. Not sure if you're able to make out sort of little house shapes. Are you able to see those house shapes up there?
Yes.
Okay, so we see this is 3875 East Phelps. Where was your house? Was it on the same side of the street, on the other side of the street?
3870 would have been on the same side.
So on the same side of the street as this, and where was it in relation to that?
One to the left looking at it.
Okay, so this is Phelps. Are you on this side of the street or this side of the street? The upper or the lower?
I'm sorry. I was on upper, third house in from right there. Yes.
Okay, so here.
Yes.
All right. So kind of across and a little catty cornered from 3875?
Yes.
Perfect. I'm going to show the feds a couple exhibits, 5 and 7. Back in October of 2019, were you working?
No.
Did you have sort of still a schedule of what you would do most mornings?
Yes.
I want to bring your attention to October 2nd of 2019. Did you leave your house that morning around 8:40?
Yes.
Do you recall where you were going?
Yes.
What were you going?
I was going to the EOS gym on Higley and Pecos for a 9 o'clock appointment.
How far away, how long would it usually take you to get there?
5 to 10 minutes.
So you gave yourself a little room to get in there and get ready?
Yes.
At that time in 2019 at this residence, did you usually park in your garage or your driveway?
The driveway.
Okay. I'm going to put up, if I can have my paralegal approach with exhibits 5 and 7.
Go ahead.
So if you can look at these two photos and let me know if you recognize these exhibits, what they're photographs of.
Yes.
Are those photos of sort of the street and neighborhood where you lived on Phelps back in 2019?
Yes.
The state will move to admit exhibits 5 and 7.
No objection.
They're admitted.
You told us that when you lived on this street that sometimes you'd see the same vehicles there. Was there any vehicle on sort of the opposite side of Phelps Street that you would regularly see and you would have to pay attention to when you were exiting your driveway?
Yes.
What was that?
There was a van owned by my neighbor who parked generally across from my driveway or a little off.
Okay. I'm going to put up exhibit 5. Do you see a van in this photograph?
Yes.
Is that the van you're talking about?
Yes.
Or this white van here?
Yes.
Are you able to show us in this photograph or describe for us where your house or driveway was located?
The house is what's seen at the far left of the image, the beige colored house, and the driveway would be right where you're indicating.
Okay. So this was your driveway right here.
Yes.
And so you would often have to kind of pay attention to this white van so you didn't go out and bump right into it?
Yes.
On the morning of October 2nd, did you get in your car to leave and notice any other vehicles that morning?
Yes.
I'm going to put up exhibit 7. In this photograph, is your driveway here?
No.
It's one over.
Yes.
Okay, so we can't see your driveway. This would be your neighbor's house.
Yes.
Where did you see another vehicle that stood out to you the morning of October 2nd around 8:40 in the morning?
Parked in front of the white van, nose to nose, where that tree is.
So right in this shade area?
Yes.
All right, so when you say nose to nose, the front of the Jeep was to the front of this van?
Yes.
And so the rear of the Jeep would have been along where this driveway was.
Yes.
Did anything about that vehicle catch your attention?
Yes.
What?
I noticed that it was running. It had tinted windows. I didn't see anyone, and it was right across from the back of my driveway.
Okay. So the tinted windows, were you able to see if anyone was inside the vehicle?
I was not.
What kind of vehicle was it that you saw there?
It was a Jeep.
Were you able to tell anything about 2 or 4 door?
No.
Do you recall anything about the color?
It was dark.
And you said the Jeep was running.
Yes.
When we talk about the Jeep being nose to nose, is that sort of the wrong way on the street, parked the incorrect way on the street?
Yes.
Did that also stand out to you?
Yes.
Had you ever seen that Jeep before in your neighborhood?
I don't recall seeing it.
So it wasn't something you had seen before.
No.
When you were backing out and leaving, did you feel like you needed to take note of anything else of that Jeep?
Yes.
Why?
It seemed out of place. And again, being concerned that it was running, not immediately seeing anybody with that vehicle or in that vehicle. And I was under the impression that nobody was home at the house that it was parked at.
Okay. So here's a car that's running in front of a house that might be empty with dark tinted windows. It seemed a little concerning to you.
Yes.
So because of that, did you do anything as you were leaving?
Yes.
What'd you do?
When I left, I backed out of my driveway so that I was going to be heading in the opposite direction of those vehicles. And I looked in my rearview mirror to look at the license plate.
So in exhibit 7 here, were you heading this direction?
Yes.
So in your rearview mirror, you would have been able to see the back of the Jeep. When you were looking in your rearview mirror, you were able to see the back of the Jeep.
Yes.
What did you look for when you looked in your rearview mirror?
The license plate.
What did you note about the license plate?
That it was a Texas license plate.
So that's sort of the white with black lettering.
Yes.
Were you able to take down a license plate number?
No.
Do you recall the vehicle itself, if there was a tire on the back of it?
I don't recall.
When you returned home after going to the gym, can you describe for us what you saw?
Yes. There were a lot of police vehicles and police personnel on the property, on the street. Access to my street, the way I came back, was restricted. And I had to speak to one of the officers, identify who I was, and indicate where I was going.
Okay. Did you have a police officer come talk to you at some point in the day?
Yes.
And did they ask you about whether or not you had seen anything unusual that morning?
Yes.
And did you tell them about this Jeep?
Yes.
And why did that stick into your mind to tell them?
Well, it was no longer there, and I felt it was, again, out of place or an unusual at that time.
I have no other questions for this witness. Thank you.
Cross-examination?
No questions, Your Honor.
All right, any questions for this witness from any member of the jury? Don't see any questions. You can step down, sir.
Let me go get my next witness.
911, where's your emergency?
Okay, so again, not the ring video. I know there is ring video.
You're doing
There we
fine.
go. There we go. I found it. It's the next
Oh, cool.
witness.
Nice.
See, I knew it. I knew it. There was a neighbor that had ring video.
Right. Yep. You did. You called it.
So this is, her name is Lynette Mendoza. She was another neighbor of Brandon's in that house, which I don't even think he lived in that long. I think he moved like right after this happened.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, if somebody tried to kill me at my house, I think I would be moving too.
Right. Right. All right.
So, I mean,
yeah, go ahead. Finish your thought. Sorry.
no, I mean, I don't blame him for moving. If he did, I would have too.
Right.
All right. Roll tape.
Stand right here in front of my clerk to be sworn in.
Hello. Can you please state and spell your first and last name? Raise your right hand, please. You can solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yeah, go ahead and have a seat right here. You'll scoot into that microphone there.
Would you please introduce yourself to the jury?
My name is Lena
And what's your last name?
Mendoza.
Thank you. Do you currently live here in Arizona?
I do.
Back on October 2nd of 2019, where did you live?
In Gilbert,
And what was your address back then?
3893 East Fairview Street.
And how long did you live at that location?
In total, 6 years.
Okay. I'll show you. If I can have a paralegal approach with Exhibit 2. You to look at Exhibit 2, a map. Does that show sort of the area of your neighborhood as well as where your house would have been located back in October 2nd of 2019?
Yes.
State will move to admit Exhibit 2.
Any objection?
No objection.
2 is admitted.
Thank you. So you told us your address was 3893 East Fairview Street.
Yes.
We see Fairview here on Exhibit 2. Approximately where was your residence on this map?
It is the house on the very corner.
Is it the corner of Fisher and Fairview? Or which corner are we talking about?
It's been a little while. It's been a little while. I'm sorry.
There's a map right from you.
Oh, sorry. I'm trying to think. Wrecker. Turn
This
down.
is Fairview.
Right. So it's either Fisher or Cole. I can't remember which street corner. So there's a park and it's right on the corner.
Okay.
Fry, Wrecker,
Fairview
turn
has
in,
entered the chat.
Morelos around to Fairview.
Let me put up 3. Is this the park you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay. So right on the corner here.
Cole, Phillips. Yes, right there on the corner.
Okay. So you're
Right there. Yes,
right
ma'am.
here. Okay.
Yes, that's the house.
Back on October 2nd of 2019, did you have a Ring doorbell?
Yes.
Did your front door sort of face out towards Fairview Street?
Yes.
And do you recall sort of where your Ring doorbell was located?
Yes.
Where was it?
So from the front door, it sat off to the left-hand side if I was in the home at the front, and it faced out towards that street.
Did it sometimes get a little bit of this intersection here?
All the time, yes.
Okay. And was it sort of motion activated?
Yes.
Okay. So that means that when there was some sort of vehicle going by, it might activate it to start recording.
Yes.
Do you recall back on October 2nd, an officer coming around and asking you if you had a Ring system and to kind of look in the time range of 9:15-ish to see if you had any footage of vehicles going by?
I do.
And were you asked to email any recordings to the police department?
Yes,
And did you do that?
I did.
And Your Honor, if I can, I've shown the defendant exhibit 120, if I can have my paralegal show that to the witness. Okay. Did you recognize that as your residence
Yes.
and your Ring video
Yes.
and the footage that you sent to the police?
Yes.
Did it have both audio and video?
Yes.
State will move to admit exhibit 120.
Any objection?
No objection.
120 is admitted.
Yes, if we can move. And if we could just show at the beginning we missed where.
Okay, I'm gonna pause this for 1 minute. There he is. Okay, because we have. Come here, come here. You little bugger, come here, come here. You little stinker, come here. We have some visitors. Give me 1 second. Kelly, come here. Come here. There we go. Whoop. Let's not spill the drink. There we go.
Ah, kitty. It's
They
a
are
kitten
not
bouquet.
They are not happy.
No. They're like, oh, Josh, I don't want to do this. Camera try. I'm try. Don't make me go on camera.
Okay. Sorry. No, they were playing, so they were mad. They're mad at me because I picked them up. I interrupted their playtime. Okay,
Right.
I'm gonna back this up just a smidge.
Okay.
And if we could just show, if we could move.
There we go. Okay. I think that might have been it, but be prepared. There is a pew pew shot on this video. You hear it, you don't see it, but just be aware.
So take care of your mental health if you have to. Yep, there it was.
And if we could just show at the beginning we missed where. Right. So when you had your, you had your Ring video, would it sometimes like glitch and you'd see a vehicle like we saw in the beginning, a black vehicle?
Yes.
So in this video, were you asked to look for vehicles and the sound of any shooting?
I remember being asked to look for a vehicle crossing in that time. And I saw that at the beginning of the vehicle, you see, or the video, you see the vehicle. And that was what I noticed first.
Okay. And then when you were watching it yourself, you heard a bang noise?
Correct.
And so given that, looking for the black vehicle and then you noticing the bang, that's what you sent to the police?
Yes.
And that's your home sort of looking out, as we said, of Fisher and Fairview.
Yes.
Thank you. The state has no other questions for this witness.
Cross-examination.
No, Your Honor. No cross.
Any questions for this witness from the jury? Don't see any. Ma'am, you can step down. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. So see, like I said, there's a lot of like really short witnesses initially.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I saw, no. Okay. I believe this is the next one. Okay. Not that it really matters because we're just watching individual like witnesses. So
Mm-hmm.
okay. So this is Gilbert Police Sergeant Nolan McDermott. I don't remember what his role was. I believe he was a detective though. So
Okay.
and I put it up to 1.5 speed. If it is too fast, please let either of us know. If it is too slow, we will go faster. But here we go.
Thank you. Raise your right hand, please. You just solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give me the truth, the whole
Also, after this is done, we will take a dance break and I will premiere my new song
Yay!
and video about Auntie Deb.
Yes.
So here we go.
Cool.
you got. Thank you.
All right, have a seat up here to my left.
Would you please introduce yourself to the jury?
Sure, my name is Nolan McDermott. I'm
Hey,
a sergeant,
cousin.
How long have you run with the Gilbert Police Department?
18 years.
Where do you currently work?
I'm currently assigned to internal affairs.
Can you tell us about the different areas you have worked at the Gilbert Police Department over your years of service?
Yes, I've spent a majority of my time on patrol, both as an officer, field training officer, and a patrol sergeant. I've also spent time in our criminal investigations division, or as a detective over special victims units.
Zach! Hey, Zach.
Over the years at the Gilbert Police Department, have police officers, both patrol and detectives, been responsible at times for processing the scenes?
Yes,
Did you have any training
Hi, Mitchell.
over the
Thank you for
years
coming.
on processing scenes?
yes, both in the police academy and then through training through field training program, and then as well as just training with colleagues throughout various cases.
Back in October of 2019, what unit were you working in?
I was assigned to the violent crimes unit.
And were you a detective in that unit?
Yes,
How long had you been there at that time?
I was with that unit probably only about a year, but I'd been a detective for about 3 years at that point.
Were you on duty on October 2nd of 2019 at around 9:15 in the morning?
Yes,
And were you called out to 3875 East Phelps in Gilbert, Arizona, Maricopa County?
yes.
What were you called out there for?
I was called out with other detectives initially reference a shooting.
And is that common practice for shootings?
Yes.
Do you recall when you arrived at 3875 East Phelps Street, sort of what the scene looked like?
Yes, there was crime scene tape erected. There was several patrol officers out. Looks like they had taped off a crime scene around a particular residence and the street in front of the residence, as well as kind of bordering some homes next to the target residence.
What is the point of crime scene tape?
The point of crime scene tape is to erect a physical barrier, both for the public to be alert that the police are on scene and conducting an investigation, try to limit the amount of traffic, meaning both vehicle or people entering that crime scene, to keep it as sterile as possible.
When detectives are sent out to a shooting, are they each given different roles?
Yes, they can be. Each scene might be a little different, but generally we'll divide tasks up to process or investigate.
Were you assigned a role to process the crime scene?
Yes, I was participating in that.
Were other detectives then assisting you in processing the crime scene?
Yes.
Who were the other detectives who were out at the scene?
Detective Pillar was there and Detective Ferrer was there.
When you got to the scene, were photographs taken of the street, the vehicle, and any items of evidence?
Yes.
Why are photographs taken of sort of the scene, the street, and the area around there?
To memorialize both the scene and any evidence or any items of evidentiary value, either collected or observed at that scene.
Okay. When you go to a scene, do you always know what might be relevant?
No.
So do you take photographs to try to document something in case something becomes relevant later?
Yes.
In this scene, where was the vehicle located when you arrived, the vehicle involved in the shooting?
Yes, when I arrived, the vehicle was in the driveway of the target residence.
And when you say target residence, what do you mean by that?
The residence in which Mr. Boudreaux was residing at the time.
Okay. That's the 3875 East Phelps?
That's correct.
As you are photographing this scene, were orange cones, for lack of a better word, used to document the approximate location of where Brandon Boudreaux's vehicle was located when it was struck with a bullet?
Yes. trying to provide a visual of what we thought would be the approximate location.
And so that has to be based upon just to the best of his memory.
Yes.
Was the area also looked, or did you look in that area where Brandon had indicated his car was when it was struck to see if maybe any glass or anything had fallen in the road?
Yes.
Did you locate any?
There was a small, looked like glass particle or shard that was in the roadway.
Okay. Was it similar to, well, let me ask you, when you went to the scene and saw the Tesla in the driveway, did you see the driver's side window anywhere?
Yes, the driver's side window was actually in the driveway, just adjacent to the driver's side of the Tesla. The vehicle was parked in facing towards the garage, and the window was adjacent to the driver's side door, with the void in the driver's side door where that window would be.
Inside the Tesla itself, did you observe pieces of the glass that had shattered?
Yes, there was glass shards both inside the vehicle and then outside the vehicle, adjacent to the splintered window.
And did those shards that you saw in the road where you put those cones look similar to the shards you saw inside the Tesla and around the door there?
Yes.
When you were looking at the window that was now on the driveway, did you look at it to try to see if there was any impact to it, what caused it or where it shattered from?
Yes, we did. There was a divot or a mark towards the top of the window would be, as if it were raised to the top of the vehicle frame or that door. There was kind of a divot, the best way I can describe it, that appeared out of place compared to the rest of the window.
Okay. For the Tesla itself, some cars have doors where there's a metal frame around the glass window. Was there a metal frame around the glass window for this Tesla door?
No, not for where the window would be for the door. The window was kind of by itself where it would extend or rise up into the frame of the vehicle.
I have minus a few exhibits 6, 8, 10 through 47. If I can have my paralegal approach with those. I'm happy to take a look at these photographs.
By the way, hi Zach, hi Jeannie, hi Mitchell. Thank you for coming.
Yes, thank you guys, everybody, for being here today.
So Detective, you've looked through exhibits 6, 8, and 10 through 47. Do you recognize those as photos from the scene on October 2nd of 2019 of the Tesla and the Phelps Street and the area around there?
Yes.
State will move to admit exhibits 6, 8, and 10 through 47. No objection.
They're moved.
When you are taking photographs of a scene, putting up exhibit 6 here, you try to take photographs showing the whole street itself, meaning not just the one location where the car was or the Tesla itself. You're trying to get the whole area.
Well, yes, that's true. To be clear, I didn't actually take this particular photograph, but when documenting, we were trying to capture the area, give an overview of the scene.
Okay. So in this scene, can you describe for us sort of the directionality we're looking and what we see here?
Yes, the marked patrol unit that's sort of in the center at the very far end of this particular image, that's east of the target residence. The Tesla is on the right side of the picture in the driveway, and it is parked facing south. And those cones kind of in the center, also east of the Tesla and the residence.
Were those cones the ones we were talking about in reference to the approximate location of Brandon's vehicle when he was shot at?
That's correct.
Exhibit 8 here, is that sort of a closer version of that?
Yes.
Exhibit 10, in your understanding, where was the Jeep located?
So the Jeep would be somewhat out of frame from here, but it was our understanding that it would be located kind of on the bottom left of this image.
Okay, so this is the driveway for Brandon Boudreaux's 3875 East Phelps,
Correct.
and so the Jeep was somewhere down here.
Yes.
When you were documenting this, did you understand then, was this meant to be sort of the front of the vehicle and the rear of the vehicle, approximately? And I'm going to put up 12 so we can see a better width of that.
I don't recall if those were marked to present in terms of the vehicle itself and the distance to the front and the back. I don't recall that specifically. The purpose of this was to give us kind of an idea, or at least to memorialize the scene for where we, our best understanding of where that Mr. Boudreaux's vehicle was at when the shooting occurred.
In 14 here, so again, this is at least supposed to be approximately where the Tesla was located?
Correct. And this particular image is from the other direction. So for example, that patrol vehicle that's pictured in the center of that image, that's to the west of the target residence.
Okay. And so in this photograph, exhibit 14, where did you understand the Jeep to be located?
Our understanding was the Jeep would have been in the vicinity of the shaded area, where on the south side of that street, parked, I guess, behind or in front of that white van.
I'm going to put up exhibits 18 and see if I can. When you were photographing, or when this was photographing, did you all attempt to sort of document some of those little shards of glass?
Yes, that's correct.
And is that what we see here in exhibit 18 right there?
Yes.
As well in exhibit 19 here?
Correct.
Okay. And you said those were similar to the same type of glass you had seen in the vehicle and around the vehicle once it was parked in the driveway?
That's correct.
Was it your understanding, let me say, when you are trying to process a scene, do you get briefed on some of the general facts of the case?
Yes.
What does that mean to get briefed?
More often than not, detectives aren't the first on scene. Generally, a patrol officer would respond to take the initial information, and then upon the arrival of detectives, we would generally get a briefing from those patrol officers on scene with the best knowledge of the information they had at the time.
So did you understand or know the path of travel of Brandon after the shot was fired?
Yes.
What was your understanding of the path of travel after the shot was fired?
My understanding was Mr. Boudreaux proceeded, continued west on Phelps Street to his first available street to turn on, which was Cole, I believe, and he made a right to go northbound from there.
This is exhibit 1, sort of a map of that area. So west would be this direction,
Correct.
and then north on Cole.
Correct.
Did you understand that he eventually then came back, sort of making a big loop to return to his residence?
That's correct.
Now, we had talked about the vehicle itself. As a detective and as a patrol officer, had you ever seen gunshots or bullet holes in a vehicle before?
Yes.
And I'm going to go through the photos of the vehicle itself. I'm going to show you exhibit 21. Can you tell us what we see here?
Yes. This is Mr. Boudreaux's vehicle. It's parked in the driveway facing south. The driver's side of the vehicle is facing away from us in this particular image.
Did you note any damage on the passenger side of Mr. Boudreaux's vehicle?
I did not.
You see in 22 the rear of his vehicle?
Correct.
Did you note any damage there?
I did not.
Were you looking for damage to see if there were any other gunshot holes in this car?
Yes.
Now, as you got to the driver's side, I'm going to put up 23 and then 24, did you notice anything on this vehicle?
Yes. There was damage on the vehicle frame, kind of directly above the driver's side door and where the window would have been.
Okay. So I'm going to kind of do some closures up. 26.
Yes, the damage, again, being on that kind of the top end of the vehicle frame above where the driver's side door and window would be.
And 27. Is that what we're talking about?
Yes, this is just a closer image of that same damage.
The victim had made a statement to 911 that maybe this was a paint gun that hit him. Did you see any paint or anything that would indicate this was a paint gun?
I did not.
Is this the type of damage you would expect to see from a paint gun?
No.
28, and then I'm going to go into 29. What are we seeing here? We see an A marked on that. What's that for?
That particular marker is just another indication to memorialize the scene. So the prior image was an image without it, and then this image is to mark it, just as another point of reference the damage we were identifying.
As we're looking at this, you were advised, were you advised when you were briefed that as Brandon was driving westbound on Phelps, that the rear of the Jeep was facing towards him, was facing eastbound?
Yes.
And were you advised that he said a rifle came out of the back of the Jeep and then fired a single shot at him?
Yes.
Looking at just the shape of this hole, you said you have seen bullet strikes or bullet holes in vehicles. Did that appear to be coming from front to back?
Yes.
So was it consistent, the damage to the vehicle, to show that the bullet had come from in front of the Jeep or in front of the Tesla into the Tesla itself? Does that make sense? Probably not.
The damage I observed and the damage that's documented in this photo is consistent with Mr. Boudreaux's statement of him proceeding westbound with a rifle being pointed towards him, pointed east, and this penetration from that projectile is consistent with his story.
Okay. Now, when we talk about trajectory, what does that mean?
Generally, it's just the direction in which something might travel.
In this case, were you able to determine the exact direction of the rifle barrel out of the rear of that Jeep?
I was not able to determine exactly the direction of that rifle barrel out of the Jeep.
And were you able to determine the exact location of the Tesla in the street?
I was not.
So there was no video cameras to show that.
Correct.
So at best, can you say that the directionality of that hole, that bullet strike into the Tesla, is consistent with it coming from the back of the Jeep?
Yes, based on the information provided to us, it's consistent.
Now, as you were
Hey, Sarah.
looking at this, and we see in 25 that there's no frame on the top part of this door. So the bullet strike, was that actually into the body of the Tesla itself?
Yes, that's a fair description.
So in order to look for the projectile,
Yes, Jeannie. Sounds like you may have watched this trial, but Ray Hermosillo testifies at some point in this trial. He was the lead detective in Idaho, for reference, Maelynn.
Okay. Hey, Dar.
Can you
We
stop
got-
chewing on my cords, you little shithead?
You. Hey,
Sorry.
Sarah. You're fine. Thank you
Hey,
guys for
Dar.
coming. Ah, okay. Hey, Genuine. Good to see you. Thank you for coming.
Hey, Genuine. Just try to what? I cannot read today.
Oh, she has never watched the trial. She just read a lot about it.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I am blind today.
They are chewing on her cords, though.
Yes, I am yelling at the kitties. They have the zoomies this morning and are
Yeah.
chewing on everything.
They're
Hey,
teething.
Stop chewing on the dang cord, butthead. I just told your brother this. Stop it. That is my ankle. Thank you very much. My ankle is
Aw.
not for you to bite.
Yeah, let's get them some nip nip.
Yeah, they haven't had catnip yet.
I think they're a little too young for catnip, though.
They are just wired as it is. And now they're starting to jump and it's adorable. And like the other day, Turtle and Gizmo were running laps on the couch. They were running back and forth. It was hilarious.
Aww.
But Turtle's eyes are finally better. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but like she was having eye issues. Like she had an infection.
Aww.
And the kiddos got pink eye. So I have eye drops. So I've been putting those in her eyes for the last 2 days. And her eyes have never looked better.
That's good.
Oh, and now Ladybug's pinning down Turtle and cleaning her.
Yeah, you have to video them going crazy.
I really should because that's what I could use for the 3 Little Kitties video is them. Duh. What am I?
Yeah, there you go.
I did an AI song about them
Aw.
called 3 Little Kitties
Aw.
that I will play at some point. But anyway, let's get back to this because I really want to play my Uncle or Auntie Jim or Auntie Deb song.
Yes.
So let's get through this.
What did you guys do?
Yes.
This particular photograph, right below that penetration point is some rubber molding that was also damaged. That was consistent with that glass window maybe rising up and extending into the molding is probably part of the feature of the vehicle. So we moved some of that molding around to see if we could try to locate any projectiles.
I'm going to show you some photos from that. This is Exhibit 40. What are we seeing here?
This is some of that rubber molding I mentioned earlier. There was kind of a groove in there, for lack of a better word, in that molding where it captured some glass shards, and we did find some fragments, metal fragments in the that groove within the molding as well.
So what we sort of see in here.
Correct.
Is Exhibit 44 sort of show what you're talking about, where you're trying to pull out all of this molding to look for any fragments of that projectile?
Correct.
And does 45 also kind of show that search where you're pulling that apart?
Yes.
Ultimately, were any fragments recovered?
There were some fragments recovered. This particular image just documents those fragments recovered from within that molding. That was documented earlier as well.
And were those collected and pounded?
Yes.
So they're shown defendant 190. You can take a look at Exhibit 190 and let me know if you recognize.
Yes, I recognize it.
And on the backside, inside the clear bag, is there sort of the paper bag that documents that those fragments in there are from this case that we're discussing today?
Yes, the label on this particular bag is the report number reference this incident.
Thank you. The state will move to admit Exhibit 190.
Any objection?
No objection.
190 submitted.
Thank you. Now, as you are trying to recover any fragments, you told us that the window sort of went up into this molding or into the car frame almost.
Correct.
Given that you only found fragments, was anything done to try to see if any of those fragments or the projectile itself had fallen out at any point?
Yes, we, after kind of learning or being briefed on the path of travel that Mr. Boudreaux took in his vehicle following the shooting, we walked that area as well as the area immediately around the vehicle when it was parked in the driveway to try to locate anything additional in terms of projectile fragments.
When we're talking about projectile fragments, these could be teeny tiny little pieces that you're trying to find on the street.
In this particular instance, that's correct.
And now we're talking around a whole block and up to where the pool is.
Correct.
Did you and other officers search that whole area?
Yes, we did.
Were you successful in locating any other fragments?
We were not.
Was a metal detector even brought to try to search across the road and see if you could potentially find any of those fragments?
Yes, Yes, we did bring one out to try to locate anything additionally.
Was anything else found?
No.
Now, we had talked about inside the vehicle, and I'm going to show some photos here, 32. What were you documenting here in 33?
This particular image documents what I mentioned earlier in terms of my observations. This documents some additional glass shards that were located on the floorboard inside the vehicle. That's the driver's seat.
Okay, 34, 35. So the window itself, I know you told us was mostly together, but small pieces of it broke apart.
That's correct.
And that's the same type of small pieces you saw out in the road by those cones.
It appeared consistent, correct.
Did you see any other of those little shards anywhere else on the road other than where Brandon had indicated he was when his vehicle was shot?
Not that I recall.
Okay. In Exhibit 36 and 37, what are we seeing here?
This is just a particular rod that was inserted to try to give an idea in terms of a general idea of trajectory. Again, to kind of confirm what information we had from Mr. Boudreaux reference where the gunshot had come from in terms of then striking his vehicle. This is really just another visualization of that to memorialize it.
Okay. So again, without knowing, let me ask you this. In the back of a Jeep, if someone sticks a rifle barrel out, can they move the barrel at almost basically 180 degrees of angle? Is that yes?
I'm sorry, what were you asking?
If somebody sticks a rifle out the rear window of a Jeep. They could move that rifle barrel in basically 180 different degrees, correct?
Yes,
And you, because there's no video showing that, you have no way to know the exact angle that that rifle barrel was sticking out.
that's correct.
So this was just to help show the directionality, at least, of how that bullet entered into the Tesla.
That's correct.
And we see the same thing in 38 and then a closer up in 39.
That's correct.
Now we talked about the glass piece itself. I have exhibit 46 up here. And again, we see another sticker or marker with an A on it. What were we looking at there?
This is a image of the driver door window that was in the driveway at the time of our arrival. As I had mentioned earlier, we had noted a divot in the window itself. This particular image is depicting that divot as we've identified it with this marker that appeared consistent with the damage that we observed on the vehicle. Essentially our best estimate of where that strike point in the vehicle would have been to cause the window to shatter.
So when we look at the other edges of the vehicle, you didn't see any similar type of damage where the window has that divot and the more, I guess it being more broken apart.
Yes, that particular divot, again, appeared consistent with what we were observing on the vehicle. So I didn't note anything different on the window that maybe could have accounted for the damage with the window being rolled up in the vehicle.
After processing the vehicle, did other officers look for any type of, or did you ever come back and help look for any type of surveillance cameras that might have caught anything?
Yes, we returned and conducted a kind of a canvass of the neighborhood. Myself and additional detectives did.
Did you personally find any videos that on Phelps Street or any of the surrounding streets that caught anything?
I did not.
During this investigation, did you learn who Lori Daybell was?
Yes,
Did you learn that she had a 2018 Jeep Wrangler with a Texas plate of LWD0997?
I did.
Did you learn that she was, in October of 2019, living in Rexburg, Idaho?
Yes, I did.
Did you learn that her brother, Alex Cox, was also living in Rexburg, Idaho in October of 2019?
I did.
Through different records, did you learn that Alex Cox was residing at 565 Pioneer Road in Rexburg, Idaho?
Yes.
And did you also learn that Lori Daybell was living at that same complex?
Yes.
Did you reach out to local law enforcement in Idaho to help locate and impound that 2018 Jeep Wrangler?
Yes, I did.
When you were investigating this case, had you been advised by Detective Pillar and others that the Jeep, or that Brandon had noted the Jeep had a Texas plate on it?
Yes.
And had you, as part of the investigation, learned that Lori Daybell had resided in Texas previously?
Yes.
Were you advised that Brandon Boudreaux had told Detective Pillar on October 2nd that he was aware of an incident in Chandler, Arizona on July 11th of 2019?
Yes.
And in contacting the Chandler Police Department, did you learn that that 2018 Jeep Wrangler with the Texas license plates had been at the residence with Lori Daybell on July 11th of 2019?
Yes.
Did you then write up a probable cause statement and send that to the Rexburg Police Department to help write a search warrant so they could seize and impound that Jeep?
Yes.
And that Jeep being the 2018 Jeep Wrangler that Lori Daybell had with a Texas plate of LWD0997?
That's correct.
Were you notified on November 4th of 2019 that at that time Detective Hermosillo with the Rexburg Police Department had located and impounded the Jeep from 565 Pioneer Road in Rexburg, Idaho?
Yes.
And did you provide that to Detective Pillar?
Yes.
Was he the case agent at the time?
Yes.
And did you leave that to him to deal with processing the Jeep?
Yes.
Without going into what was said, on December 21st of 2019, did you speak with someone by the name of Colby Ryan?
I'm sorry, what date was that again?
December 21st of 2019?
Yes, I did.
Is Colby Ryan Lori Daybell's son?
Yes.
Did you learn that Colby had been given Lori Daybell's blue Nissan Rogue with Arizona license plate CRT 2994?
Yes.
Were you provided information as to where Colby Ryan had picked up Lori Daybell's Nissan Rogue?
Yes.
On December 26th of 2019, did you go to that residence?
Yes.
Was that here in Maricopa County?
It was.
Was that in Mesa?
It was.
Who lived at that residence?
I spoke with a Heather Blackmere.
Was it a Hannah? Or
I'm sorry, Hannah, yes.
Did you learn that Maelynn Boudreaux was now remarried to Miss Blackmer's brother, Ian?
Yes.
And did you know that Maelynn Boudreaux was Lori Daybbell's niece?
Yes.
Was a search warrant obtained for that Nissan Rogue?
Yes.
And was that executed on December 21st of 2019?
Yes, it was.
Were photographs taken of that?
Yes.
Shown the defendant exhibits 93 through 98. Approach for the witness to review. Do you recognize those photographs, exhibits 93 through 98?
Yes.
Are they photographs of that Nissan Rogue that you executed the search warrant on that was Lori Daybell's?
Yes.
This is the Nissan Rogue that you had learned about through Lori Daybell's son, Colby Ryan,
That's correct.
and that you had spoken to Maelynn Boudreaux's family about that it had been dropped off at.
I'd spoken to Ms. Blackmore reference that vehicle.
State will move to admit exhibits 93 through 98.
Any objection?
Just relevant, Your Honor.
Your Honor, it's relevant both because this vehicle is going to be seen in video in Idaho relating to the self-storage unit
Okay.
where items are stolen.
It's admitted. Those exhibits are admitted.
Thank you. So exhibit 93, what are we seeing here?
This image is of that said Nissan Rogue, and this image is taken at the Gilbert Police Department property building.
And were photographs of the sort of whole vehicle taken that we see in 94.
That's correct. This is just a different angle, as well as this is a different angle of that same vehicle.
So we see a license plate on this vehicle of CRT 2994
Correct.
and was inside the vehicle during the search warrant. Did you obtain the registration or take photographs of it?
Yes, that's correct.
And was it registered to a Lori Daybell and Alexander Cox?
Correct.
And we see it was from September of 2019.
Yes.
Inside the vehicle, did you look through it to see if there were any receipts or anything of potential interest?
Yes, we did.
Inside the vehicle, did you recover a boarding pass or luggage receipt for a Maelynn Boudreaux?
That's correct.
And that would have been from October 26th of 2019.
Correct.
So inside the vehicle that belonged to Lori Daybell was a receipt for a flight for a Maelynn Boudreaux.
Correct.
And then did you also recover some receipts reflecting, Rexburg, Idaho, or Idaho Falls here from October 13th of 2019?
Correct.
And then October 31st of 2019?
Correct.
And again, Idaho Falls there.
Yes, that's correct.
So inside the vehicle that you recovered in December in Arizona were receipts relating to Idaho Falls, Idaho from October of 2019.
Correct.
Were you also involved in executing a search warrant on Alex Cox's residence in December of 2019?
Yes.
Did you locate Alex Cox's Ford F-150 at that time?
That particular vehicle was present during that search warrant. Yes.
It was present at the residence.
Yes.
And did that have an Arizona license plate of CPQUINT?
Yes, that's correct.
And was that vehicle located in Gilbert, Arizona?
Yes,
Was that vehicle later towed to the Gilbert Police Department?
it was.
And did a different detective later search that vehicle?
Yes.
When that vehicle was towed to the Gilbert Police Department, did you then obtain another search warrant to execute on Alex Cox's Ford F-150 on December 31st to allow a detective to remove an infotainment center?
Yes, that's correct.
And was that Detective Tom Olzak?
Yes.
And what was the reasoning for that?
The purpose of that search warrant and the assistance from Detective Olzak was to learn any information reference that electronic or infotainment device that maybe it's stored on that device, reference the location of that vehicle.
And did Detective Olzak take that infotainment system with him to analyze himself?
Yes.
I have no other questions for this witness.
Cross.
Sergeant McDermott?
That's correct.
Okay. And you said that you've been processing scenes, Sergeant McDermott, for how long?
I've been a police officer for 18 years. I can't tell you exactly how long I've been processing scenes, but I've been in a patrol capacity and a detective capacity for approximately 16 of those 18 years. So I would have been processing numerous scenes for that time.
Okay. And were you a scene agent for this?
I would say I was one of several detectives there who could be classified as scene agents.
Okay. So, and you had mentioned before that it was you and Detective Pillar and one other person.
I mentioned Detective Ferrer.
Oh, that's right, Ferrer. Okay. And when you were getting briefed by them, what time did you arrive at the scene?
I don't recall. It was sometime in the morning after the call had come out.
And who was there already when you arrived?
There were at least 2 patrol officers there upon my arrival.
So Officer Robb was there?
Yes.
And did she brief you at all?
I don't recall exactly who briefed me, but it would make the most sense that she would have.
Because she was first on the scene?
I don't know if she was first on the scene, but I know she was present at the time that I arrived.
Okay. And so who did you receive your information from after you got there?
Again, I don't recall specifically, but it would make most sense that Officer Robb would have provided it.
And do you recall her indicating that she didn't even think it was a gunshot?
I don't recall that specifically, no.
That she stuck her pin in the hole and said she didn't think it was a gunshot? You don't recall that?
I don't know that, no.
There was a picture that we looked at that had the one piece of glass in the street. Do you recall that?
Yes,
And then could that piece of glass have been moved by someone's shoe accidentally from people walking around in that scene?
it's possible.
Because there weren't any more pieces besides one piece of glass in the street. Is that correct?
Correct.
And then was that glass in any way, that one piece of glass, was it tested to see if that was actually part of the window from the Tesla?
No.
Could you tell if it was part of the window from the Tesla?
All I could say is it appeared consistent with the other evidence we had to reference that window on scene, but I can't tell you definitively if that one shard was from that window.
Like if it was the same color as most of the other shards?
It did appear to be the same color and was consistent with the rest of the shards that we observed on scene.
But it could have been from a Coke bottle kicked in the street or anything else like that?
I can't say that's not possible, yes.
And so did you use the location of that one piece of glass to try to determine where the Tesla was located at the time of the shooting?
That was one factor, yes.
But if it had just been kicked over there or moved accidentally on the bottom of someone's shoe, then it wouldn't indicate anything. Is that correct?
I mean, I'd have to concur that it's possible.
So all the pieces of glass that fell out, would that be consistent in your understanding? Wouldn't there be more than just one tiny little piece if there was a bullet explosion?
I can't answer that definitively to tell you one way or the other. I don't know how the physics of that would happen. So I don't know if I could honestly answer that for you.
But logically, there'd probably be at least a couple pieces, right?
Object to speculation. He's already indicated he doesn't know.
Sustained.
So when you arrived, where was Mr. Boudreaux?
I believe he was standing maybe outside the front door of the residence. That's my best recollection.
Okay. And who else was there on scene?
I recall Officer Robb was on scene. I believe Officer Bullock was on scene. I believe that was it.
Did you see the friends of Brandon that we saw in the picture of Mr. Boudreaux?
Yes,
You were
now
there?
that, I'm sorry, go ahead. Now that you mentioned it, yes, I do recall Brandon having some friends there.
And how many friends do you recall Brandon having there?
I believe there were 2.
And where were they where were they when you observed them?
I don't recall that.
I mean, were they near Brandon or were they in a different location?
I don't recall specifically.
Do you recall them walking around in the midst of the scene, like in the driveway?
I don't recall that specifically, no.
So you did not observe them walking back and forth in the driveway?
I don't have any recollection of that, no.
Did you review the body cams from that day?
I have not.
You've never seen the body cam from Officer Robb?
If I have viewed it, I don't have any recollection of viewing it. So I don't have any particular recollection of watching those body cams.
Okay. Was there any glass in the garage?
Not that I recall.
Did you search the garage?
I don't have a particular recollection of searching the garage specifically. I can't tell you if it was searched or not by any other detective or officer there.
But you did not search in the garage?
No, not that I recall.
And the garage door was open when you were there?
I don't recall specifically.
And you don't, and with all the reports that have been made, there's no report indicating that anyone searched the garage to your knowledge. Is that correct?
That's correct.
You had mentioned in your report about it, Brandon making a U-turn and following the shooter. Is that correct?
Correct.
But in your testimony earlier, you talked about he went around the block.
That's correct.
And so which is it? Is it, I'm trying to understand where the U-turn came in.
According to our information, what I understood it to be is Brandon, after the shooting, proceeded west on Phelps to Cole Street. He went north on Cole past Waite. Slightly north, there's a community pool there. He stopped in that general vicinity. And then as the Jeep proceeded north on Cole and then east on Waite, Brandon conducted a U-turn to on Cole to then go south and then east on Waite towards Fisher, I believe is the name of the street. That is that north-south street that runs just east of Phelps.
So after he pulled over by the pool, he did the U-turn?
Yes, that's my understanding.
Okay, so after he went on the pool, he didn't just go around the block. He turned around and went around the block?
Yes, eventually after conducting that U-turn is then when he went around the block to eventually make his way back to Phelps Street where his residence was at.
And you indicated in your report that he followed the suspect briefly after that U-turn. Where did you get that information?
That was information we learned on scene that I believe Mr. Boudreaux had passed along to officers or detectives on scene.
And you don't know who that was?
I don't know specifically who, no.
And you don't know how you obtained that information then?
That was information I learned on scene. I don't know who in terms of which officer or detective obtained that specifically.
But you did not hear Brandon. Brandon did not express that to you directly. It was through someone else.
I don't recall Brandon expressing that to me directly.
Okay. So in your report, you say that you were unable to locate any projectile anywhere in the Tesla. Is that correct?
We located fragments. I don't think we did not locate anything in terms of a complete projectile.
And were those fragments tested
No,
to see if they were actually bullet fragments and not part of the Tesla?
there was no additional testing done. Those fragments appeared consistent with a projectile.
In what way are they consistent with projectile?
The projectile, in terms of it potentially, in terms of making an impact on something, could disperse in fragments. To me, they appear consistent with other fragments of projectiles that I've observed before.
And is that something that could be known through testing?
Potentially, I can't tell you a specific test. I just don't have the knowledge of a specific test to tell, but potentially.
So in our modern world, can't they test things and find out exactly what gun it came from, that kind of thing, projectiles?
Object again to speculation. You just said he didn't know.
Again, you can answer if you know, but if your answer is I don't know, just give your answer.
I'm sorry?
You can answer.
I don't know specifically.
But in your years of experience, have you ever tested projectiles to find out if they were actually bullet projectiles?
Generally, in terms of my experience in testing projectiles, would be more complete projectiles to try to determine if we could learn, just generally, where maybe what firearm it might have come from. But in terms of fragments, I've never personally, to my knowledge, tested anything additional in terms of fragments to learn. That's just been my experience.
And could it be known from a fragment if it was a handgun or a rifle?
Not that I know of.
So it could only be tested to find out if it was actually a bullet fragment and not actually a piece of metal from the actual Tesla.
I guess you might have to rephrase your question, make sure I can answer it accurately.
Sure. So the projectile pieces itself that we looked at,
Yes.
they can only be tested to find out if they are an actual projectile from a gun.
I don't know the limitations in terms of the testing to answer that for you accurately.
And you work for the Gilbert Police Department, is that correct?
Correct.
And they generally, you would know as a detective of 18 years, like what kind of testing is available to your department, right?
Yes, generally.
And so why was it not tested or not looked into further to see what kind of bullet fragments those were, or if they were bullet fragments?
I can't answer that for you. I can just tell you that no additional testing was done.
And were you the one that took the fragments out, that
Yeah.
found them?
Yes.
And what is that process like? Tell me exactly what you did, how you took them out, how that worked.
Yes, simply,
Explain it.
my recollection was just locating the fragments in that rubber molding we had observed earlier, and then just removing them and packaging them from there.
And you package them in like an evidence bag or Ziploc bag?
An evidence bag, yes.
And so how long did it take you to find those fragments?
I don't recall that.
Like more than 10 minutes?
I don't know.
And then you took those fragments out with your fingers or with a tool?
I don't recall. I think in that particular instance, my recollection is they were on that rubber molding, so I probably just removed them with a gloved hand to package them that way.
So you don't have a tool in your hand or anything? You weren't like, I don't know what kind of tool it would be, so just asking.
I don't recall having any tools to remove that, no.
So you found those 4 small fragments, is that correct?
I found fragments. I don't recall how many. What I believe there were, what was ever in that particular evidence bag is what I had located.
And then they were put into an evidence bag. Is that correct?
Yes,
And then what happened to them after that?
they were impounded by Detective Ferrer.
So you handed them over to Detective Ferrer?
Yes,
And then where did it go from there? Do you know?
it was impounded at our property building.
That day?
Yes,
And then who would be the person in your department who would send those out for testing?
well, any detective or officer could send anything out for testing.
Okay, it doesn't have to be the case agent.
It doesn't have to be, no.
So you being the person who actually extracted them from the vehicle, you could say, hey, let's test these.
I could, yes.
And you did not.
No additional testing was done. No, that's correct.
And why not? Why did you not request additional testing?
I don't know. What wasn't anything that came up for me to do.
So were you just under the impression that it was an actual bullet hole?
I don't know. Can you rephrase?
Oh my God, she's annoying.
That she definitely is.
God. I forgot how like tedious her cross examinations are.
Yeah,
Okay,
they really
sorry.
are. No, you're fine. And I'm just trying to catch up with the chat. I'm just headed.
Yeah, you're good. Huh.
Jenny Lynn, send me that information. Actually, I actually have a couple of children's books that when little one was little, him and I were writing together. I would love to get those published for him.
Is your question?
So you didn't test those because you assumed that it was a bullet hole and those were fragments from a bullet?
The damage on the vehicle was consistent with a penetration mark from a firearm and a bullet. The fragments located also appear consistent to me with fragments from a bullet. That's my observation.
Could it have been from any other thing?
Yes, it's possible.
Like, could you hit it with a tire iron?
Hit what with a tire iron?
The vehicle.
I guess I'm not sure I understand your question.
Could it not be a bullet hole at all? Could it have been hit with a tire iron?
The damage to the vehicle appeared consistent to me to be, again, a penetration point from a firearm and a bullet. There wasn't nothing that I observed to that damage to lead me to believe that was anything else than being struck by a projectile.
But it could have been something else.
I don't think so. I think from my experience that the damage and what I observed is consistent with a penetration point from a firearm and a bullet.
The court reporter and clerk and staff are overdue for a break. So let's take a short 10-minute recess and then we'll go through the rest of the day. Please remember the admonition.
All right, jury.
I know a little bit of sign language. That can get me through. I attended this church and was part of the children's church. And he taught me a lot of sign language. I can do children's songs, Christian songs, in sign language, but that's as far as it really goes.
Judge
That
Brett,
is adorable.
did you notice
Huh?
right there? Judge Bareski was like, "Yeah, this is getting monotonous. Let's take a break."
Yeah, I did hear that.
You could hear it in his voice. I honestly do not know how he did it.
Yeah, no, I would have lost my mind by now. And this is his second trial with her.
Yeah, I know. All right, back to this because I'm munching on ice cream.
You enjoy your ice cream. I'm getting my show together for tomorrow morning for Aqua Tofina.
Okay.
So you guys
Well, we
get to
are
see how I
almost.
research.
Yeah. We are almost done with this, and then we get to do our dance break. Our dance break
Dance break.
with my
Sounds
new
good.
song. Okay,
I
here
can't
we go.
wait.
All rise to the jury.
All right, please be seated when you get to your seats. The jury is present. The defendant can continue cross-examination.
Sergeant McDermott, when you got a hold of the Jeep, did you do any further trajectory analysis on it?
I'm sorry, you're referring to the Jeep?
Correct.
I never got hold of the Jeep.
You didn't go to observe the Jeep at all?
I did not.
Okay. Do you know who did go observe the Jeep?
Detective Pillar, Detective Olzak.
And were you ever made aware of any measurements of the Jeep?
No, I was not.
Did you measure the Tesla?
I don't believe any measurements were done concerning the Tesla.
Like how tall it is, how many inches?
No.
Would you be surprised that it's 68 inches tall?
Objection, relevance, speculation.
He can answer.
I don't know how tall the Jeep is. I'm sorry, I don't know how tall the Tesla is.
Would you be surprised that the Jeep is 66 inches tall?
Objection, speculation. He has nothing to do with the Jeep.
He already said he didn't observe the Jeep. I'll sustain the objection.
So the trajectory where you stuck the rod into, we looked at the picture, that was you that stuck the rod into the Tesla?
I didn't personally stick the rod into the Tesla, no.
Okay, you did not do the trajectory testing.
I did not stick the rod into the Tesla. There was no additional trajectory testing, if you will, completed.
Were you there when we looked at the picture? Were you there to observe that rod being put into the Tesla?
Yes.
And who did insert that rod into the Tesla?
I don't recall. I know it wasn't me, though.
But you observed it.
I was present when that particular rod was inserted, yes.
And from your understanding, they were testing trajectory. Is that correct?
I think, yes, that's a fair statement. We were trying to get another visualization of where we suspected that the projectile had come from based upon where the vehicle was located at.
So in all of your information that you're going on is basically information provided to you by Mr. Boudreaux.
I guess, can you clarify a little bit more what you mean by all of my information?
So your information on where the Jeep was, where the Tesla was during the shot is all from Mr. Boudreaux. Is that correct?
Mr. Boudreaux provided a statement to us. The physical evidence on scene was consistent with his statement to law enforcement.
Are you a trajectory expert?
I'm not.
Is there one on your team?
I guess, can you clarify my team?
Your department, I'm sorry. Is there one in your department, the Gilbert Police Department, that you know of? Someone who's a trajectory expert?
I can't speak specifically for any of our crime scene techs that the Gilbert Police Department employs. I don't know what their specific training is, reference trajectory. I don't know in terms of any other detectives, in terms of their specific training. I can't answer that question accurately. I'm not familiar enough with their training.
Okay. So there's no one that you would say, oh, we have to ask Detective so-and-so because he's an expert in trajectory.
I don't possess that knowledge currently to say that, no.
Okay. That's all I have, Your Honor.
Redirect.
Let's talk about the physical evidence at the scene. The bullet hole in the Tesla. Was this, let me ask you this. You were asked a hypothetical by the defendant of someone hitting the Tesla with a tire iron or something. Why would that not make sense for what you saw?
As I had mentioned earlier, the damage to the Tesla that I observed was consistent with a penetration point from a projectile, consistent with a projectile from a firearm, just based on my observation and experience.
When you are looking at that, are you looking at the indentation to the metal on the vehicle?
There was indentation on the metal, on the vehicle frame. There was a scuff mark inside the frame of the vehicle that was also consistent with the projectile striking it, as well as some metal fragments we located, which were all consistent with the information we received in terms of a gunshot being fired.
The fragments inside, or that you located in that rubber molding, were those sort of copper colored? Let me find a photo of them 1 second. Exhibit 41. And I can provide you 190 if you need that.
Yes, I'm sorry.
I can have a paralegal approach 190. Having looked at Exhibit 41 and 190, did you observe copper on that?
Yes.
When you are talking about a fragment of a bullet, is that one of the, are bullets often wrapped in a copper around the actual projectile?
some projectiles can be wrapped in a kind of a copper casing, yes.
So you're asked whether or not anything in this, when looking at these fragments, if they could have been pieces of the Tesla. As you pulled apart that molding and looked through the hole into the frame of it, did you observe anything else in that Tesla that looked like these type of copper fragments?
Inside the Tesla, I'm sorry to clarify.
Sure. When you pulled down that molding and you're looking through the hole, the projectile hole, and trying to find these fragments, did you notice anything else in that area that seemed consistent with these being part of the Tesla?
No.
In your experience in 18 years having fired guns and collected projectiles and projectile fragments from scenes, is this what a projectile fragment looks like?
Yes.
So there's nothing in the Tesla that looks like that, and this is exactly what you see as a fragment in your experience?
Yes, that's correct.
So when we're talking about the physical evidence at the scene, we're talking about the actual bullet hole into the car?
Yes.
That in your experience and training is consistent with and looks like other projectile holes you've seen?
Yes.
And when we talk about the physical evidence, we're talking about the fragments?
That's one part of the physical evidence, correct.
And those were located in line with that bullet hole in the Tesla?
That's correct.
So when you're talking about what this projectile was from and what made this hole, are you looking at both of those things and saying this is made by someone shooting at the car?
Yes, the totality of the evidence is consistent and makes sense with, again, a penetration point from a projectile from a firearm.
When you talk about the physical evidence as well, are you looking at the windshield itself?
When we looked at the windshield, we also looked at the driver's side window where that penetration point was located at.
In terms of the glass that was located on the driveway, was that mostly, I'll call it, held together by the window tint?
Yes, there was a film that was keeping the shape somewhat intact.
The shards that you observed in the Tesla, as well as around that window, were they of the same sort of color and some of them of the same sort of shape as the one you saw out in the street?
Yes, it appeared consistent.
You were asked whether or not you searched the garage. Did you have any information that anything had happened in the garage?
No.
So other than there being a garage to this house, the shooting didn't occur there, to the best of your knowledge?
Correct. There was no evidence to suggest that there was anything that had, any part of the scene had anything to do with the garage of that residence.
You were asked about whether or not the only information that said this shooting occurred was from Brandon Boudreaux. Do you agree with that?
That was information we received from Mr. Boudreaux, but the physical evidence on scene was also consistent with a shooting.
And did you ever become aware of a neighbor also putting a Jeep in the same location that Brandon Boudreaux had indicated it was?
Yes, I had learned that later.
Did you interview Brandon Boudreaux?
No.
So what you heard would be information either relayed to you in the briefing or later learning through Detective Pilar?
Correct.
You were asked about testing those projectile fragments. Did you have a rifle or gun to compare them to?
No.
In your experience, in your training, have you generally submitted projectiles or projectile fragments to try to compare them to see if they came from a gun?
Yes, we have submitted projectiles more completely. I don't have any personal experience in submitting fragments personally.
Did you have any doubt when you saw those that those were fragments from a projectile?
I did not.
Did you have any doubt when you saw that hole, that was a hole from a bullet or projectile entering into that Tesla?
No, I did not.
In terms of the trajectory, you've indicated that detectives, not yourself personally, put a rod into that projectile hole, correct?
Correct.
What was the purpose of doing that?
Again, as I'd indicated earlier, just another visual representation to kind of show what we believe to be in terms of the information provided on scene by Mr. Boudreaux of this rod being inserted into that penetration point to give another visual representation that it was consistent that the direction in which this bullet came from, again, without repeating it too much, was consistent with the information that we had.
So the projectile, the rod showed that it was coming in sort of, I don't have my pen anymore, but sort of into the front of that Jeep frame. I guess it would have been consistent with a vehicle being here shooting at him. Let me put it that way.
Yes, the penetration point and the evidence, especially specifically the damage to the Tesla that Mr. Boudreaux was driving, proceeding westbound on Phelps with a vehicle, which he indicated was the Jeep, positioned on the south side of the roadway facing west as well. A gunshot coming from that vehicle, the Jeep, east towards Mr. Boudreaux as he's driving westbound, that information was consistent with the damage to the Tesla of this penetration point, again, which was be penetrating from west to east into the vehicle. That information was consistent with the physical evidence we observed on scene.
Thank you. I have no other questions.
Are there any questions for this witness from any member of the jury?
If you can roll up close to the microphone, thank you. Would you please introduce yourself to the jury?
Angie.
Robert Abitamarco.
Can you tell us,
Angie. Okay, there you go.
I got it. I got a kitten on my lap. So, hey, Katie.
He is.
She's like
yeah, I agree
climbing
here.
all over me.
Aw.
Okay. Are we ready for our dance break?
Yes, we are. As soon as I finish writing the word scandalized. Yeah. Talk about black kids in the chat.
What little lady? What little lady? What? Oh my goodness. No, you are not going to suckle on my neck, you weirdo. No, ma'am. I do not have any milk in my neck, you little vampire. She is. She's just. You hear?
Uh-huh.
Trying to get to my ice cream too, so that doesn't help.
Ah, yeah. That's probably what.
No, ma'am.
Ooh.
Are you getting hungry? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Yes, when the baby's is suckling.
Oh, yeah, you want to see? Hang on.
Ginny proposes we
sure.
change the name to Dracula.
It's this little booger right here.
Oh.
Right there. Oh, that's right. You were in in voice chat last night.
Oh. Yeah, I did not. I thought about joining the voice chat, and it started while my husband was, going up and picking up my middle son. And I was like, no, I don't. I want to be able to put my headset down when they get home, and just. So I didn't join voice chat last night. So
Yeah,
I have not heard any of these songs yet. I did see that you put them.
I haven't uploaded this one yet, or I have uploaded this one, but it's unlisted, so nobody has seen it yet. This is the world premiere.
Oh, nice.
No, she's a girl.
Yeah, the orange and white cat is the boy, Gizmo.
Yeah, he's running around somewhere.
Hey, that makes those are the best kind of nights, though. And I don't, I can't even lie. Those are the best nights. It's when you wake up the next morning and you do feel hungover not because of any substance that you took in, but because of the, just having a great time, and you were just laughing and joking. And I love those hangovers. I'll take that hangover any day.
All right, here we
go. Cool.
Okay, do you want me to wait, Jeannie? Because I can wait. What?
let's go ahead and get it started.
Okay. Here
And
we
then
go.
we can get back to the trial.
Yeah. Here we go.
His name is Jimmy, but you know the screen. Auntie Deb on the YouTube scene. Sweet Potato and JoJo posted up at home. 2 cat royal guards in the classroom zone. Used to run the chalk in a middle school hall. Now it's classroom 23 where the jokes all crawl. Tiny Mike in the car when he rides and streams. Talking to the world like it's all one team. He sees it, he flips it, he turns the mess to gold. One grin, one glare, and the whole room so. Auntie Deb, make us laugh again. Auntie Deb, run it back, my friend. Classroom 23, got the whole crew lit. Auntie Deb, yeah, he really hits. J-Thumb brawls in the clip, gives a sideways glance. Conquer Nail house like it knows the stance. And the crazy lady 51 foot thing caught a joke or two. He'll draw you in a car with a grin that cuts through. Garbage pail kids art for the folks he can't stand. Little paper roast in a one-man band. Make songs about people you may know by name. Every laugh he drops puts the room in flame. He sees it, he flips it, he turns a mess to gold. One grin, one glare, and the whole room sold. Auntie Deb, make us laugh and get. Auntie Deb, run it back, my friend. Classroom 23, got the whole crew lit. Auntie Deb, yeah, he really hits. Sweet Potato Dojo, watch the whole thing fly. Tiny Mike in the car, and that look in his eye. From the old school days to the road he chose, he don't just tell a story, he throws the whole road. Auntie Deb, make us laugh again. Auntie Deb, run it back, my friend. Classroom 23, got the whole crew lit. Auntie Deb, yeah, he really hits.
Good job.
Thank you.
Good job. I like that. It was fun. Yeah, I loved it.
I say
I
we
love the
do
fact
one
that you
more.
got the garbage pail kids in there. I loved
Right.
it.
I'm gonna do one more.
Okay, Angie made it. She's learned how to make AI songs now, and she's been working hard on them, popping them out left and right.
They're all on my channel.
Yes. So I do have your channel link.
Okay.
It'd be helpful if I actually looked in the right place for you. So I am dropping in your channel link in my chats. So you guys, please don't forget to subscribe to Angie as well. She started these AI songs. She stream. She also records the fun streams, ones that you missed, and you're like, she records the fun parts of them. So, if you can go and find that, small section.
I also record the hood boogers when they just say stupid shit.
Yes.
Yeah, I did. Okay, let's play this and then we'll get back to testimony.
Yes.
I
Oh yeah, this
wanna-
one. I love this one.
Thank you, Dar. This is my favorite, one of my favorites.
Yeah, this one is a
Oh.
very fun one.
And I sent it to Aiden too.
So
And he
yes.
said thank you.
So that's good.
Yeah.
Aiden's actually really nice.
Yeah. He's a sweetheart.
Mhm.
I think the thing that made me like him even more, and I know he's a dad anyway, but like the thing that made me
He's
like him even
sweet.
more was when he ended up talking to Arya on New Year's Eve,
Uh-huh.
and the way his voice just changed
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
from Turtle Boy to Dad. Like
Mhm.
as soon as he heard her. So it kind of made my heart melt a bit. But
Yeah.
anyway, so here's this. It's, as you can see, it's called Never Poke a Turtle.
From Boston fog to courthouse stone, Aiden wore the truth like a coat. He dug through lies and copied files till the whole damn paper started to glow. He found the name of Officer John, found the edits, found the bloodless lines, found the hands that scrubbed the page and the grin they wore when they sold that lie. They said, let it sleep. They said, walk away, but Aiden kept the receipts in a drawer that shook all day. Never poke a turtle, never poke a turtle. Slow step, hard shell, truth crawls, but it hits like hell. Never poke a turtle, never poke a turtle. You can hide for a while, but you can't hide forever. The Commonwealth came with polished words and suits that fit a guilty frame. They leaned on names, they bent the facts, tried to bury John, then bury the blame. Aiden stood in the floodlit hall with his notes and a jaw like iron. He said, if you want this dead and gone, you'll have to kill every page I'm on. They locked the door, they raised the heat, but every thread they poured only sharpened what he'd see. Never poke a turtle, never poke a turtle. Slow step, hard shell, truth crawls, but it hits like hell. Never poke a turtle, never poke a turtle. You can hide for a while, but you can't hide forever. And late came the lesson, too late for their hand. What moves in the dark still leaves marks in the sand. Aiden from Boston still stands in the rain. One man, one story, and a city saying names. Never poke a turtle, never poke a turtle. Slow step, hard shell, truth crawls, but it hits like hell. Never poke a turtle, never poke a turtle. You can hide for a while, but you can't hide forever.
Great job. That one's so fun. I love it.
Hello.
Exactly.
Okay.
I would have been so grateful. I would have tried. Oh my gosh.
I
think
will.
it is. Oh, it's not posted yet? Okay. I thought.
No, it is. It's in the clips for show. I sent it to Danny.
Oh,
I
okay.
tagged him in it for the last pregame, but he never played it. So I don't
Yeah.
expect him to, but yeah, so I love that song. Like, and I realize he's not from Boston, but you know, how do you get AI to say Worcester instead of Worcester?
Yeah. Exactly.
So it was easier to just say Boston.
Definitely.
But anyway. So yeah, so that's my Aiden song. I have a alternate version of that song that I have not posted yet. So I tend to write in pairs. Or make them in pairs. I mean, it puts them out in pairs anyway because it's same lyrics but slightly different like arrangement. Hi, Side Eyes.
Hey. Well, thank you for coming. Worcester. It's
I
Worcester.
don't think I put the alternate version up yet, but
I agree. Yeah.
okay, you know what? I think since we're also streaming tonight with Sparkly, I think, and this little girl wants a bottle. So
Yeah, I think, yeah, let's go ahead and call it for now.
joys of being a mama cat. Here, look, see, look.
Aw.
Sorry you just got here, Side Eyes and Mitchell or Steven.
Yeah.
Whoever just got here.
Woo-town.
Woo-town. Okay. Well then thanks for I didn't know that. So that helped.
Yeah. Where I claim to grow up, where I grew up, its nickname is Duck Ditch.
Yeah.
I'll text you the real name of it.
Oh gosh. I can only imagine the nickname.
Okay. Sure.
What are you doing, Ladybug? You know, it's funny because she's so pregnant right now that, and yes, if you didn't already know, our cat, our actual cat, not the ones we're fostering, is also pregnant. And her belly's getting bigger by the day. Oh, wait, what's today? Today's Thursday, right?
Yes. Yeah, today is Thursday.
We have to play one more song before we go.
Gardens is G Vegas. Much Vegas. City of Sid. Well, there seems to be a theme there.
You never, what is that? You never go out the way you came in or something like that.
In Vegas, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas?
Mitchell, I have a YouTube channel, so it's in the Maelynn posted it or put it in her chat. Blech.
Yep. And there it is. There it is again.
Yeah. So I have like a whole playlist of all the songs I've done.
Oh, Lynn, the City of Sin. You never leave the way you came in.
Yeah.
That's cute. Aww. I love kittens. And then they grow up to be big cats.
Mm-hmm. You see this?
That are demanding.
I'm gonna be stuck like this because she fell asleep.
I see that.
But I am I'm probably gonna do another version of Three Little Kittens, and
Okay.
there's a video of it already on my channel, but I just took a bunch of videos of them playing earlier, and I have pictures and videos from when we first had them and how tiny they were.
Yes.
So y'all will get to see like their whole journey, because they will be leaving us, unfortunately, here in the next couple weeks and going to their
Yeah.
forever homes. Oh, Bubba, I'm gonna
Yeah.
miss you. It's gonna be so hard. I'm gonna cry so hard. Every time I talk about it, it just makes me so sad.
That is why I've never been a foster parent to
Right.
anyone. Because
Don't
I
don't go
want
yet,
to
Jeannie. We got one more song coming.
Oh, I'm not. I'm just moving.
No,
my
not
papers.
you. I was talking.
Oh, Jenny. Oh, yeah, Jenny. Jenny. Yeah. Don't go. Got one more song and then we're getting off.
Yeah.
But yeah. Blame it on my ADD.
All right.
God, I don't even remember what I was talking about. So, all right.
Oh, never
Well,
being a foster parent to anyone.
yeah, because I wouldn't want to give them back, give the kids back if they were kids. And I wouldn't want to hand over animals if they were animals. So
Right.
it'd be too hard. Who made your quilt? Yeah. Who made that?
This one I think we got with the kids' beds, so it came from Sleep in Heavenly Peace. They are a charity that does beds for like kids that don't have them.
Oh,
Of course, my kids like, what, baby? What, honey?
She said, I awake now. You waked me up. And I'm not happy.
I
And now I
didn't-
try to get down and I can't get down.
I didn't even touch her. Something spooked her. Come here. Come here. She's our tiny one. She's our baby. She's the baby. She's the runt.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So precious. Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and get the
All right,
song
let's-
played.
Yeah. Here we go.
This mama needs a loan.
Thursday in my shoes, same old hallway, clock keeps tapping hard on the same four walls. I got one eye on now, one eye on the edge, counting minutes slow like coins in my head. Hold it down, hold it tight, can you feel it? Almost Friday night. Thursday, only one more day, only one more day. Thursday, only one more day. Then we break away. Only one more day. Only one more day. Lunch tray, shaky grin. Tie it off and go. Map out every little thing I wanna do tomorrow. Let the whole world wait. Let it buzz and spin. I can taste that first breath when the weekend kicks in. Hold it down, hold it tight. Can you feel it? Almost Friday night. Thursday, only one more day. Only one more day. Thursday, only one more day. Then we break mind. Take it slow, then let it fly. Friday's coming right on Only one more Thursday, only one more day, only one more day. Thursday, only one more day, then we break away. Thursday, only one more day, only one more day. Thursday, only one more day. Then we break away. Only one more day. Only one more day.
There we go.
Very nice. I loved it.
Nice.
All right. So Miss Scarlett is going live at 2:30. Wait, hold on. I need to double check this one before I
Nice.
send it out.
She is very noisy right now. You are not showing the whole world my boobies. Sorry.
We're gonna go here. All right. Miss Scarlett's live goes live at 2:30, but Logan Baker is live now. So I'm dropping the link to his show that he is live on right now. So we're going to pretend rate him. Anyway, thank you everybody for coming today. We had a good time. We had some laughs, some dances, and some aggravations.
Yeah.
But it was good. Don't forget tonight. Oh yeah, let me grab that one too. Sparkly Rabbit. I'll be on with Sparkly Rabbit. She goes on at 6. I'll be getting on there around 6:15, and Angie will be joining us as soon as she possibly can.
Mm-hmm. Between 6:30 and 7. That's what I told her.
Okay, between 6:30 and 7. So there.
Have you ever had a kitten that when they headbutt you, they practically stick your nose up your nose?
No, that I have not.
Because that's
when
what they do.
When Shadowbat headbutts me, he does the whole head. Okay, there's that. Did I? No, I didn't. I just pasted it in mine and then hit enter. Okay, so I put I put two. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna start over. Hold on. Okay, so I put 2 links in the chat. One is to Baker's stream that he's doing right now. Definitely. That's where I want everyone to go right now. And then tonight, I put in Sparkly Rabbit's link for tonight. So see you guys over there at 6 o'clock. But let's go right Baker, all right? So thank you guys, everybody, for coming today. Always, always, always go out with love and peace in your heart and be your beautiful butterflies. And we're going to go and pollinate YouTube's algorithms, BB's algorithms today, because he's wonderful. Yes. We love him.
Yes, he is. All right. Well, everybody have a great day, and we will see you tonight, either tonight on Sparkly's or possibly tomorrow morning after Maelynn does hers, depending on how the kids do, or tomorrow night on my channel, we have our Talk Shite Night. It's a show we do every Friday. We go over all the insanity that happened in the last week, and we just have some fun. And tomorrow we are having a special guest who has never been on the channel before. So it'll be a lot of fun, hopefully, anyway, depending on if they're not too busy. But anyway.
I'm just as much in the dark as y'all. Yes, let's call it the Maelynn Angie raid.
Yes. Yes. All right.
Great,
Have a
guys.
great day, guys and gals, and
Love
we'll
you.
see you in the chats. Bye, everybody.
Lights on me so bright.